Yeah.
Good afternoon, everyone.
Nice to see you. Glad you could
So we're ready to start now. So we'll begin. As the clerk of the municipality of Tweed, it's my pleasure to welcome everyone here today. Mayor Albert, all of the council members elect, staff that might be here, family, of course, and friends. Thank you for coming, and we will get through the procedures as quickly as we can. There are some things that we just have to do by law, so that will take a few minutes. So I'll officially call the meeting to order at 3 o'clock. And the municipality of Tweed recognizes that our work takes place on traditional Indigenous territories, including the Huron-Wendat, Anishinaabe, and the Haudenosaunee peoples. We recognize and respect the history, languages, and cultures of the First Nations, Métis, Inuit, and all Indigenous peoples whose presence continues to enrich our communities. I'll ask everyone to stand for the national anthem, please. We will now have the declarations of office and allegiance for each of the new members of council. This term will run from today, 2022 to 2026. So I'll call on the first member-elect, Councillor-elect Jim Fleeler, to swear his declaration.
You pick on the old guys first. I, Jim Fleeler, having been elected or appointed to this office of councillor in the municipality of Tweed, do solemnly promise and declare I will truly, faithfully, and impartially exercise this office to the best of my knowledge and ability. I have not received and will not receive any payment or reward or promise thereof for the exercise of office in a biased or improper manner. I would disclose any pecuniary interest, directed or indirect, in accordance with the Municipal Conflict of Interest Act I will be faithful and bear true allegiance to Her Majesty, His Majesty King Charles III. And I make this solemn promise and declaration conscientiously believing it to be true and knowing that it is of the same force and effect as if made under oath.
We'll now call upon Councillor-elect Jacob Palmetier.
I, Jacob Palmetier, having been elected or appointed to the office of councillor in the municipality of Tweed, do solemnly promise and declare that I will truly, faithfully, and impartially exercise this office to the best of my knowledge and ability. I have not received and will not receive any payment or reward or promise thereof for the exercise of this office in a biased, corrupt, or any improper manner. I will disclose any pecuniary interest, direct or indirect, in accordance with the Municipal Conflict of Interest Act. I will be faithful and bear true allegiance to His Majesty King Charles III. And I make this solemn promise and declaration conscientiously, believing it to be true and knowing that it is of the same force and effect as if made under oath.
Councillor-elect Peter Valiquette.
I, Peter Valiquette, having been elected or appointed to the office of councillor in the municipality of Tweed, do solemnly promise and declare that I will truly, faithfully, and impartially exercise this office to the best of my knowledge and ability. I have not received and will not receive any payment or reward or promise thereof for the exercise of this office in a biased, corrupt, or any improper manner. I will disclose any pecuniary interest, direct or indirect, in accordance with the Municipal Conflict of Interest Act. I will be faithful and bear true allegiance to His Majesty King Charles III. And I make this solemn promise and declaration conscientiously, believing it to be true and knowing that it is of the same force and effect as if made under oath. And I'm left-handed.
Deputy Mayor-elect Jamie Demarche.
I, Jamie Demarche, having been elected or appointed to the office of Deputy Mayor in the municipality of Tweed, do solemnly promise and declare that I will truly, faithfully, and impartially exercise this office to the best of my knowledge and ability. I have not received and will not receive any payment or reward or promise thereof for the exercise of this office in a biased, corrupt, or any improper manner. I will disclose any pecuniary interest, direct or indirect, in accordance with the Municipal Conflict of Interest Act. I will be faithful and bear true allegiance to His Majesty King Charles III. And I make this solemn promise and declaration conscientiously, believing it to be true and knowing that it is of the same force and effect as if made under oath.
Mayor-elect Don DeGenova.
I, Don DeGenova, having been elected or appointed to the office of mayor in the municipality of Tweed, do so solemnly promise and declare that I will truthfully, faithfully, and impartially exercise this office to the best of my knowledge and ability. I have not received and will not receive any payment or reward or promise thereof for the exercise of this office in a biased, corrupt, or an improper manner. I will disclose any pecuniary interest, direct or indirect, in accordance with the Municipal Conflict of Interest Act. I will be faithful and bear true allegiance to His Majesty, King Charles III, and I make this solemn promise and declaration conscientiously, believing it to be true and knowing that it is of the same force and effect as if made under oath.
I now call upon former Mayor Joanne Albert to place the chains of office on the new.
I'll come over there. I'll come over there. Okay.
Do I do like being knighted?
Mr. Here.
Oh, no.
Such an honor.
We will now hear from the new mayor with his first inaugural address.
You say that as first, Karen, meaning there may be more?
Yes.
Uh-oh. Okay, everyone, I just want to pull this up. Okay. Why is my screen is frozen? Oh, there we go. Okay. Well, this is a little bit long, but it's like big font. Okay, it's like huge font, so I can read this. A desire to inspire. That is what I would like to ignite in you, because that is exactly what you have done for me. Thank you for the honor and the privilege of being your next mayor, and I couldn't be happier than to be sitting at this table with these fine four unique souls. Councillors Jim Fleeler, Councillor Jacob Palmetier, Councillor Peter Valiquette, and our new Deputy Mayor, Jamie Demarche. Two remarkable council members will be moving on. Firstly, Deputy Mayor Brian Traynor, who has worked so hard for many years in the best interests of our residents. You have served admirably for 16 years, and I know that you will continue to be a force of good within our community. Secondly, Mayor Extraordinaire Joanne Albert. Joanne served this municipality 3 years as councillor and 16 years as mayor. And we all thought she was going to give Hazel McCallion a run for her money. And she could have done it because she has so much more to offer. I served with Joanne for 8 years as councillor from 2010 to 2018. I have the greatest respect for her leadership, her wit, her emotion, and her love of community. I have the fondest memories of working with you. And I was honored when you accepted my request to place the chain of office around my neck. Rest assured, your days are not done as I look to you for your continued mentorship. I also want to reach out to all of the others who put forth their name to run in the last election. Sandra Johnson, Seamus Prevost, Paul Kite, Natalie Hunt, Pete Zach, Brenda Prevost, and Lindsay Pernick. Your passion for this municipality gives us all great hope. As the citizens working together, we can really make a difference. Your many great ideas will help guide this council. And thank you to my campaign manager, Vicky McCullough, who, even though I was acclaimed, still lays claim to getting me elected. Your eagle eyes were indispensable in the review of all my campaign materials. So for that, I am grateful. I am so happy that my father and mother, Don and Leona DeGenova, are able to be with us today. They are responsible for the man I have become. So if you don't like me, go after them. Mom and Dad, thank you for instilling in me the desire to make a difference in an ever-changing world. Your love of family, your compassion for those in need, and your hope in times of despair have been a major influence in how I choose to live my life. Your guidance and support throughout these many years has meant the world to me. And finally, to the real man of the hour, my partner, my husband, and my best friend, Chuck Mustard. Throughout our 29 years together, 15 of those years in the municipality of Tweed, we have embraced a mutual desire to live life to its fullest. Every dream I have fulfilled is because of you. Every challenge I have overcome is because of you. And our spectacular gardens are because of you, because he controls the gardening budget. Throughout our 29 years, we have consistently encouraged the other to take that risk, to explore new possibilities, to dream and to dream big, and not to forget to help those in need. Well, Chuck, this is another great adventure. We are blessed with highly competent and well-trained staff who basically run this municipality and do so effectively, efficiently, and prudently. I have worked with many of you before, and I look forward to working with you again. No doubt you will continue to provide this council with wise guidance, and we will be here to help you through those challenging times. We all need to work together as we pursue a new bold vision for the municipality of Tweed. As I have said many times during this campaign, I truly believe the chief role of your municipal council is to be visionary. Where do we want to be in 4 years and 4 years after that? Some projects we can embrace and implement immediately, while others will require longer-term planning due to the need to secure the necessary financial resources. That being said, I'm suggesting that in our first year, we focus on the impacts of inflation and what an impending recession may have on our operating budgets and our tax base. I'm afraid that we are all going to be in for a bit of a shock, so I'm proposing no major initiatives in our first year until we get a handle on what we are up against. That does not preclude our pursuing every opportunity to tap into any and all grants that fall within the scope of what we hope to achieve. What I'm hoping to accomplish this term is based on my ideas and on their ideas and your ideas. I'm hoping that this council will consider, firstly, address the need for housing by supporting our builders as they develop creative and inspiring neighborhoods, by encouraging our developers to build affordable community rental housing and tiny homes, committing to at least one seniors retirement housing complex and an affordable rental housing project by the end of our term, signaling to county planning and Quinte Conservation that we will partner with you, but partnership is a two-way street. Secondly, fostering economic development by promoting the Hastings County Economic Enterprise Facilitation Program, by introducing incentives and penalties to ensure that our storefronts do not remain vacant, by revamping our community improvement plan and extending that plan to the rural business sectors across the municipality, by focusing on downtown rehabilitation, by attracting more services to the downtown area, and expanding connectivity across the municipality for both internet and cell phone services. Thirdly, I'd like us to embrace good governance by committing to sound management of your tax dollars while pursuing all possible grants, by maintaining and expanding our infrastructure, by committing to a review of rural garbage pickup, by introducing development fees to assist with infrastructure costs, by engaging residents through the townhouse subject-specific meetings, by creating task force to address specific community needs, whether it be environment, agriculture, volunteerism, or project-based fundraising, and also the publishing of a municipal operations quarterly newsletter. Fourthly, advance recreational programming and infrastructure by expanding our library and building a new fitness center by the end of our term, by developing plans for a new arena, by supporting Hamlet recreational program, building and equipping their playgrounds, providing community halls and rec facilities with complimentary internet service similar to that provided by our library here in the village, and enhancing our beach area. Fifthly, supporting the agricultural community by looking to construct culverts and bridges that accommodate their agricultural equipment, by preparing an overview of farm agriculture practices for new residents, by promoting local farm and pursuing agritourism, and assisting farmers in the pursuit of green initiatives. Six, building healthy communities by working closely with Gateway Community Health Center to ensure that we have the health resources required to service an ever-growing and aging population and promote healthy living programs. Creating recreational programs, including infrastructure that meet the needs of all residents. And by equipping the hamlets with a backup generator in an effort to accommodate emergency preparedness across this municipality in times of disaster. I would like to see us green our community by exploring a community composting program, installing new net metering solar systems on municipal buildings, by working with builders to offer solar packages on new builds, along with garden plots and naturalized areas instead of sodded yards, soliciting funds for electrical vehicle charging stations, and naturalizing our open spaces, including the seeding of our open grass common areas with thyme and clover, and encouraging rural residents to naturalize roadside areas in a move to become a pollinator-friendly community. These are drought-tolerant initiatives, which will also reduce our park maintenance costs. Engage, energize, excite, empower our youth. By working with our youth center to initiate a youth employment fair each spring, which will also help address some local business employment issues. By creating a youth-led empowerment signature form in partnership with the youth center to be delivered in year 3. And inviting our youth to select a student council with their own mayor, deputy mayor, and 3 councilors to meet with this council quarterly in the pursuit of initiatives that are of interest to our youth. 9, embrace arts and culture. Establishing an arts and culture fund to support local art, music, cultural events, and local theater. Sponsoring an artist in residence semi-annually and promoting that artist throughout Ontario. By encouraging store owners to profile a local artist in their storefront windows. By engaging with artists to beautify our downtown and hamlets by supporting art installations and installing historic storyboards in each of the hamlets along with coming events kiosk. And lastly, to continue the fight on behalf of our residents who have been devastated by the impact of the tornado. To be a strong, compelling voice in unison with our community and neighbors as we fight the injustices of both the federal and provincial governments as they turn their back on those in desperate need. Mark my words, the fight is not over, it has just begun. In December, I would like to see this council host its first town hall meeting, inviting those impacted to share their stories, their pictures, and their nightmares, and for our community as a whole to work on identifying the next steps. This meeting needs to be streamed and captured as a YouTube video so that it can be shared widely. We also need to consider lessons learned and build them into an updated emergency preparedness and response plan. We can't promise that we can fix all your problems, but we can promise that you will not face them alone. As Walter Payton noted, we are stronger together than we are alone. These are some of the things I am hoping that this council will consider during our term. I know my colleagues share some of these ideas and have many of their own. This is going to be an exciting 4 years. In conclusion, the municipality has accomplished a great deal with the help of previous councils, a great staff, our service groups, many volunteers, and each and every one of you, our residents. Let's not forget that progress stems from a variety of ideas, and it is time to be creative and yet responsible. You, the community, are key to making this happen. Welcome to our team. My desire to inspire requires your engagement as we create a future that is bold, exciting, and inclusive. Thank you. I now take over the meeting as the mayor, so. Okay, at this point, I would like to invite fellow council members to, if they would like to say something. Who would like to go first? Go ahead.
Thanks, Mayor DeGenova. Just as Mayor DeGenova has said, that I think he said it many times, I have some big shoes to fill. And the mentorship that Mayor Albert and Deputy Mayor Trainer have given me over the years has been invaluable. The support of the staff when I was a new counselor. And I'm excited for the team that the people have built here, these other 4 council members. I think we all share a forward-thinking vision. And our future is very exciting. And number one, I want to thank my family and my campaign team and everybody that believed in me and put me in the position I'm in today. And I'm forever grateful, and I love you all.
You can sit there if you want to. Okay.
We're getting this leg looked at as we speak. Anyway, I would like to say that without my wife's support over these 42 years, I wouldn't be able to do this.
Oh, God, you know I don't want you to do that.
And,
These are tears of joy for being away.
her and Jerry think alike. They would rather see this council business on the moon. They'd like to see this council business on the moon. But anyway, I feel really excited and inspired. We have opportunities that we haven't had in 50 years. I also appreciate the time I spent with Mayor Albert and Don DeGenova and all the other council members. This isn't an easy job. Everybody thinks, well, you know what, I'll run for council, I'll sit in the chair. It's not easy. It's not easy. You take a lot of stuff, you know, in your heart. You work as hard as you can, and sometimes our fellow governments don't help us. It is so disheartening. Anyway, I always have a big heart for everyone. I know that we can, with some help from our past council members and the council we have now, I think we can drive this thing home. I think there's, like I said, there's opportunities here. We need partnerships. We have partnerships. We have so many people that are interested in driving this municipality forward. I like Mayor DeGenova said, in 4 years, I think our accomplishments will be many. I truly believe that. It's hard work, and we need to work together, and the partnerships aren't hard to come by. It's a two-way street, but I think we can keep banging the table until we get some help from everyone. Anyway, I'd like to thank all the people who supported me and helped me get through this thing. It was probably the toughest election I ever went through. I had so many meetings, I didn't know whether I could get out and bang on doors or not. But anyway, the people that supported me were pushing and kept pushing, and I accomplished another 4 years to serve this great municipality. So I thank you for supporting me, and we'll work diligently as a team. Thank you.
I would like to start by thanking Mayor Albert and Deputy Mayor Ryan Trainer for everything they provided to this council and to this community over their tenure. You'll be dearly missed. But with that, I look forward to working with Mayor DeGenova and the rest of council to make something happen in the next 4 years. Now, I don't have the excuse this time of being the new guy, so I'm gonna tie my shoes tight and let's go to work. But the biggest thing, I have to thank my family, my wife Brittany, for always being proud of me, even though there's times you wonder why. A big thank you to my mom, who always defends me when I let dad know that I have a council meeting to go to. And she sticks up for me, so thanks, Mom. And a huge thank you to my father, who somehow managed to slip away to get here today. And that means a lot to see that support. And he always supports me because he knows, he sees the passion to serve. And you know, I wouldn't be able to do it without you. But thank you to everyone for your support in the election. And let's go to work. Thanks, guys.
I'm the new guy. I have all the excuses. You have none this year. My shoes are still loose. But that being said, there's a couple things I'd like to do today. And one is to thank the previous council. You really did a superb job. And, you know, we stand up here and talk about doing things as the next council, but you had so many accomplishments as the previous council. And we really need to recognize that. And I want to say thank you. Look forward to working with the council that has been elected today and put in place today. I'm excited. I'm energized. I think that there are things that we can build upon that have been done previously and move us with some vision into the future, and not just the next 4 years, but the next 8 or the next 12. Where do we want to be? What do we want our community to be? So I think these are all very exciting things for the 5 of us as we embrace that as a group, and we embrace that with the staff that work here, and we embrace that with the greater community. I don't have much else to say, but I'm going to say the most important thing now. To that woman over there, I would get nothing done. She steers me where I need to go. She tells me when I'm wrong. She doesn't tell me when I'm right very often, but she does tell me when I'm wrong. And I want to say thank you for everything you've done. And then immediately to my wife's left is my mother, who is really excited that this is streamed. So when she's at home in Ottawa, she can watch. But again, thank you to both those ladies in my life for everything that they've done, and to help get me through all the different things that I've done in my life, and is culminating today with this new adventure. So thank you very much, everybody. Appreciate it.
Is the red means on?
Green is.
Green is on. Okay. So now let me see here. So I'm going to make a notification of when our next meeting is, and that will be taking place on Tuesday, November 22nd at 5 p.m. in these council chambers. And I need a mover and a seconder to adjourn today's meeting. Could I have Peter, the first mover of the new council?
Let me tighten my shoes.
And Jim, Councillor Valiquette and Councillor Fleeler. Thank you very much. Be it resolved that the inaugural meeting of council adjourn at, what time do we have, Karen? 3:32 today. Carried? Thank you. That's it. Roger would like us all to stay here because he wants to take a picture. Roger, did you want us at the table here? Okay, and I guess I can shut that up.